Hi, my name is Bizork, and today I'm going to do a review on the desk keyboard Silent Edition. I previously had a review of this keyboard up, but I decided to take it down and redo it because there were a couple things that I was missing, and I wanted it to be kind of a comprehensive review. The keyboard comes with two USB ports on the side here, and if I follow this, excuse all the dust and stuff back here, but I don't know if you can see if it's bright enough, but my computer's falling apart. It has kind of two cables that plug into the computer. It has one of these guys for the actual keyboard itself, so it can plug into USB or PS2. And it also has another USB port that plugs in for the USB hub. When you're using the PS2, it gives you what's called N-key rollover. So if I just go on my PC here and I open Notepad++, I can literally like smash my hand on the keyboard and you can see everything I just hit there appeared on the screen. That's a really cool feature, especially if you're into gaming. On some keyboards, for example, if you're playing games where you hold down all three arrow keys or whatever keyboard combination, if you hold more than just a few keys, they won't register. With this keyboard, they will. So it's a decent gaming keyboard for that reason. The keyboard is a pretty good quality. It's nice and solid. I haven't had any problems with it. It feels like a nice, solid, well-built keyboard. So it seems pretty stable. I did have one problem with it when it was first shipped. It's like this little edge of the keyboard was like bent down, and the keys were kind of elevated a little bit higher than they should have been. It's like the frame almost was popping out of the keyboard, probably because it wasn't packed properly when it was shipped. But I just I pretty much just pressed it down, and that fixed that problem, and I haven't had any problems since. So it's a really nice keyboard. It's very simplistic. You'll see that there's not a lot of other features on the top. That can be an advantage if you're looking for a nice, simple, basic keyboard, but it could also be disadvantage. It could also be a disadvantage if you're looking for those extra function keys or music keys, gamers keys, stuff like that. I like it because I don't really need all those crazy features and LEDs and flashing lights. A couple pros about the keyboard. It's a really well-built keyboard. It's a wonder to type on. It's really nice. It feels great under your fingers. It's got some nice features. The USB ports, N-key rollover. Also, I didn't mention this earlier, but the cable is fairly thick. It doesn't look like something that's going to wear out. Same with the rest of the keyboard. It's very well built. As for cons, depending on who you are, you might want some extra features like extra keys. I don't, so that's not really a problem for me. I'd have to say that problem that I had when it was first shipped to me is somewhat worrisome. I hope it's an isolated incident, but I'm not sure. But it didn't cause any problems, so that's fine. And it's a little bit noisy, even though it's the Silent Edition. It could be distracting if you brought it into a very quiet workplace. Your coworkers might notice you typing on it. But other than that, it's great. I love this keyboard. It was worth the expense. Oh, another con is that it was kind of difficult to have this shipped to Canada. It was kind of difficult for me to find a retailer, and I had to pay quite a bit just to have it shipped here. I guess it's primarily sold by retailers in the United States, in North America, but it was kind of hard to find in Canada, but I did manage to get one up here. And that's it for my review of the desk keyboard. Enjoy. Bye. Oh, another thing that I just wanted to say about this that I forgot to mention earlier is that the keys are sculpted. So what that means is if you were to try to rearrange the keyboard keys by popping them out and popping them all into different places, you'd get a really bumpy typing experience. I'll explain why you'd want to do that in a minute. But essentially the keys on the top row, middle row, bottom row, and also the number keys are sculpted in such a way that they're all different molds, so that it's easier to type. It's a nice little feature. But for anybody who's a Dvorak typer, you might want to get this keyboard so you can pop out the keys and switch them around into the Dvorak mode, which is what I type in. It's basically just a different keyboard layout for optimized typing in the English language. Unfortunately, that's not really possible. You can get like stickers or something to stick on the keys, but I don't really look at the keys anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. Another option for anyone who types Dvorak is to get the ultimate version of this keyboard, which all the keys are completely blank. They're all black, and that's pretty badass also. So there are other options, but just something I wanted to add to my review. Thanks.